Yes, you had a question.
I was gonna ask what do you do when you're not working with like crime scene and stuff? Like if you have that much, but you don't like have anything going on, what do you do?
So my job is a lot of administration since I'm the medical examiner. I have to do a lot of the budget, I have to do part of the committees and different task force, so that keeps me very busy. My staff is catching up on case reports, getting death certificates signed out, reviewing the medical records, kind of doing that follow-up piece, because when you're really busy, you don't have much time to get those cases done. You're pretty much getting the bare minimum done to keep moving the cases along till the next one comes up. So we're always busy. There's never a dull moment in our office. And something is always going on where we have a random question from a funeral home that we have to look into. So even though we might not be actively on cases, we're still getting a lot of death notifications and other things that we're looking into. We probably get about 6 death notifications every single day between the different hospice agencies, the hospitals, and the nursing homes. So we always have something going on. Yes?
Do you ever like wake up at really odd hours to go to a crime scene, or do they just like leave the body there?
No, they call you all hours of the
Right,
day and night. So if they have a case that starts at midnight and they need you there at 12:30, they're getting called at 12:30 and you're going at 12:30. If any of my staff said, I want to sleep in, I'll come later, they won't be working with us very long. You have to be flexible and you have to change plans. There's been many times when I had plans and all of a sudden something came up that was a bigger case that my other staff needed help with, so my plans got canceled. And holidays, there's many times on holidays when we had a bigger case where instead of spending time with our families, we had to deal with that.
Kind of to piggyback off that, so you have like a case you get called in at 1 in the morning, you still have to show up to work the next day at 8 in the morning, or no?
For most of our staff that respond to the middle of the night are our on-call staff, so they're not expected to be in the office. We have two of the deputy medical examiners are more the death investigators, where they don't have a lot of meetings and other obligations, so they don't have to show up first thing in the morning. They might have to come in at like 11 just to let us know the information and do a little bit of follow-up, but they don't have to. My problem being more as administrator, I had a lot of meetings and a lot of things on my schedule, so even if I was out late, I still have to show up in the morning. So I generally do not go to a lot of the simple cases. I pretty much do the bigger cases now. Yes?
One of the most bizarre cases.
There's always a lot. My most challenging one that was very frustrating was a person who had a false identity. He was a Marine and said, I did all this wonderful things throughout my life, and he got injured, and he was a prisoner of war and ended up getting injured there, and he got hepatitis C from that, and this bigger deal, so he ended up dying of a GI bleed, which the hepatitis C could be a contributing factor. So I wanted to look into when he was in the military. We went as high as a Pentagon, and he never once was in the military. Turns out he was in prison, got hepatitis C from IV drug use. He was in prison for arson, rape, and all this other stuff. He never was once in the military, and his wife, who he married later in life, had no idea anything about that, so that was a very awkward conversation. He had tattoos all over him for Marines. He talked about all, his pride of being a Marine to everyone, so everyone who knew him, he knew he was a Marine, and here it was a complete false thing, so that took us hours upon hours, but at the end we found the truth, and I don't think the wife still does not like me because she didn't believe what we found, but we had his mugshot and we had everything else to prove that he was actually in prison for arson and rape instead of being a Marine.
All right, well, thank you.
I mean, the longer you call yourself a liar,
But you're acting like you're paying attention to like
what?
Oh no, bug.
He's like, I got the one down, and I'm like, okay, cool.
The what? 180 on flat, bro. That's it?